Welcome back to Tales of the Abyss. I apologize for the black screen. It has to do with screen transition. There we go.
Oh, that took forever.
Yeah,
Ugh.
that's PS2 load times for you.
On the 3DS, that was pretty much on the 3DS when I did that the first time, it was pretty much instantaneous.
Yep, and the load times in this game can range anywhere between 10 and 30 seconds.
God, that's Sonic 06. That's Sonic 06 stuff right there.
Well, I blame it on the fact that they crammed too much into a PS2 disc. They could have just made this 2 discs and it would have been much better.
This is what happens when you don't take content in. This is what happens when you don't take disk space into account.
Anyways,
This is our
what we're going to be doing now is we have to go to Engave, and I chose to walk to Engave because it's better.
No, it's
I
not
mean, it takes a
It's
little
not
bit of
better. It's a complete waste of time.
It's not if you're trying to get some experience.
It's a complete waste of time because you fight better enemies literally seconds later.
I've always done it this way. Plus, I want to show off, guys, which is why I stood here and let this bee attack me.
Oh no!
Giant
no! A giant bee. What will I do? I will just give you.
I'll just whack it with my sword.
I'm waiting for a sword to be
I'll just whack it with my wooden stick.
You know, with how many mutant bees are in this series, I'm waiting for one of the swords to be a fly swatter.
Heh. Well, bees are usually the most generic enemies you fight at the beginning of the game.
That's why I said I'm waiting for one of the swords to be a fly swatter.
Sounds about right. I'm only keeping this battle in because it literally takes like 5 seconds.
Yeah. Not like anybody's gonna get after you for that. It's like, you're missing like 2 seconds worth of map stuff. Big whoop.
Yeah. Also, I learned Critical Guard, which I hardly ever
Why would
used.
you ever bother using it?
No, I just it's one of the ad skills that you're required to learn.
Because reasons.
I'll get into more ad skills later because we can't really force which things to learn right now. At least not for a little while.
Yeah.
And now we have a scene. I think this scene doesn't happen if you take the coach.
This scene only happens if you don't take the coach. Yeah.
So yes, there is a reason besides just gaining a little bit of extra experience. Not taking the coach.
This is a really pointless scene anyway.
No, it just makes you learn cooking a little earlier than you normally would. That's all.
That you hardly use anyway. So.
Yeah, that's something in every Tales game.
Every Tales game has the ability to cook after battles, basically. Like some meals will give you stat boosts, some will heal more health than usual. In all honesty, you barely use it anyway, so whatever.
In fact, the only Tales game I've ever actually played where cooking is actually useful is probably Xillia 2.
Well, yeah, you're kind of working for hire on that one.
No, it's also because it's also mainly because the way cooking works in that game is you don't actually cook in battle. You just buy the food.
Well, I think at that point Namco realized, people are not actually using cooking. We better make better.
No, and they also give you better things, like you can eat something that gives you double experience for the next 10 battles.
That was something that
or double gold and stuff. So it's worth it.
Well, to be honest, most Tales games did that anyway, so.
Yeah, but I mean, you had to physically learn the recipe, and then you had to spend money on getting the specific ingredients. With Xillia 2, you just have to buy one and you're done. They simplify it a lot better.
See, now you made Tyr upset and you didn't make her pendant worth the trip. Asshole.
She's fine. She was gonna be mad anyway.
You don't know that.
And I learned Havoc Strike, hooray!
Havoc Strike, an ability I never use. I'm sorry.
I think it's loosely based off. I think it's kind of based off of one of. Like, it's not the same art, but I think I think a lot of Tales games have a similar art to that.
They have a similar airstrike art, but in all honesty, with Luke specifically, it's not very useful.
Right.
So you just wind up not using it.
Well, and to be fair, with most Tales games, you don't really end up using a lot of the first tier arts anyway.
Sure.
So. Unless it's Demon Fang.
Yeah, unless it's Demon Fang, you're going to use the crap out of that.
And yes, I am going to start editing because this game is already going to be long enough as it is. I'm not going to bog down video parts with pointless battles.
Also, I should bring this up. If you decide to go to a place you're not supposed to yet, one of the characters will say, "Hey, this isn't the place," and just turn around and exit the town immediately. I found that out the hard way.
Yeah. Yeah, the game tends to be on rails, which is perfectly fine in my opinion. I like when the games... I mean, granted, it doesn't give me much time to explore, but at least it says, hey, you have to go this way. So if I get lost, the game reminds me of where to go. Also, birds. I hate bird enemies in this game.
Can you even call that a bird? What? Okay, that...
It's a bird-type enemy.
Look, the enemy was right there. How did you miss?
See, that's why I hate bird enemies in this game. They're ridiculously hard to hit.
No,
They're
it's not even that. You just did a complete 180 and just missed it, and just missed your attack altogether.
Again, I know, and I'm not saying I didn't. I'm just saying it can be really annoying to fight birds because of their sprite size. You can easily miss even though you're standing right next to them. That's why they suck.
Again, it's not even that. You just did a complete 180. It's like, oh, hey, a penny. Oh, hey, a penny.
It happens.
I think they fixed that in the 3DS version as well.
But see, again, like, not taking the coach, it literally takes you, like, 2-3 minutes to walk here.
You really
so
have... Honestly, you really don't... unless you want to learn how to cook food sooner, which I don't know why you do that anyway, there really is no point to not use the coach to go up here.
Yeah.
This must be
I say you get a little bit of free experience. Any amount of experience and money is
you
useful.
You get more experience by going through the first dungeon.
It's better than nothing.
Not really.
I'm just saying.
No, I just mean with the bandits and monsters and all, most people come by...
Bandits and monsters...
See, even this guy's just like, most people come by coach. Well, screw that. I'll just kick the monsters' asses on the way over here. 'Cause I'm not a pussy.
I heard Rotelro Bridge is out, so you'd have to head to the Kaitsua checkpoint in the south.
I should know. I saw it for myself. It kind of just happened.
Well,
it kind of just
considering
happened. Did you not notice?
a checkpoint.
Yeah, I mean,
We won't be able
that
to
big
get through
explosion and
without
everything,
passports. This could be a
we could
problem.
see it from before we even came into this village, so yeah.
Duke Fabra's son, they'll let us through in no time.
As if you're saying that's
Luke,
reliable.
Probably not the smartest idea right
Probably
there.
not.
I can see where he's coming from, but
A city?
You can kind of see it through
Suppose we
Luke's
do need to prepare a bit
intelligence.
before we
It
leave.
shows.
Let's stay the night here.
You have no social skills.
yeah.
Basically, basically, a royal douchebag here has no social skills whatsoever.
It at least makes sense as to why he's an asshole.
Yeah,
It doesn't excuse the fact that he's an asshole, but at least it's a reason.
It makes sense, but there's no excuse for it.
Yeah.
Decent bed and decent food.
I'd
You'll
rather
get
have
your mattress
I'd
and you
rather
will
have
like
an
it.
excuse. I'd rather they give an excuse, even if it doesn't excuse anything, than to just say he's like this just because.
Yeah. Looking at you, game that will not be named. It's okay. You can sleep outside.
Yeah. There's times like this where I do wish these skits were voiced.
It doesn't
Some
bother
of these
me.
skits. It's more just because, when the skits start getting really long, it's kind of dull to just have text. I would rather at least be able to hear what they're
I get
saying.
I get what you're saying. Personally, it doesn't bother me any, but I can see the
Yeah.
complaint.
Yeah, and every Tales game after this ends up voicing skits. I know why they took the voicing. The Japanese version had voiced skits. I understand why the English version took
Budget.
it out. Space limitations
No,
and all
it's
that.
more budget.
Wow, these
I
apples look
think
good.
the PS2 discs in Japan have more space than the English version.
I would blame that on budget myself.
That might be true too. And here's another instance of Luke being a dick. I'm just gonna take this apple.
Here's my question. Oh, never mind.
You can't just take a store's
No, go
product
on.
Never
without
mind.
paying.
I answered my own question.
But the man pays for everything all at once.
I hate you so much.
Oh wait, this is Malkuth.
I done.
I have to deal with these kind of people at my job all the time. They just kind of take stuff.
It's I just like that reaction. It's like man pays for everything. Oh wait, I'm not there. I done goofed.
Like, oh wait, this is Malkuth. It's like, it doesn't matter what nation you're in, normal people spend money on shit.
We pay for those amiibos with our blood and sweat.
That's right, Luke. It's not gold, it's gald. It's the same thing.
But don't
Actually,
you know,
I think this is
gold
the
is
first-
worth more than gold.
So,
I think this is the first game that actually
Alright,
references the
let's
fact that
explain
gald
how
is
shops work.
is completely separate from gold.
I'm pretty sure gold is
I
worth
can't
more.
believe he doesn't know how to shop at a store.
Yeah,
Are all
that's the.
aristocrats
I
like
think
this?
that was the whole point of that comment that Luke made.
That's another thing
But my-
that's different from the 3DS version. The 3DS version, when people are thinking, they don't have an echo to their voice. It's not really jarring, but you can understand it better that way.
What's also kind of weird is it feels like there was supposed to be a tutorial right there, but they just completely cut it out.
I think he's supposed to introduce you. I would think they were supposed to introduce you to shops at that point, but
I know, that's what I'm saying, but then they completely just cut back to you playing the game. I would have figured they would have gone to like some tutorial.
probably because they found out it was completely pointless.
It's again, I think it's something that they just forgot to put in. Like they planned on there being a shop tutorial and just forgot to put
Why
it
would
in.
you need a tutorial to go through a shop?
I don't know, it's an RPG. They tend to put tutorials in random places.
You don't need a tutorial to go shopping.
It's just the way it transitioned. It felt like they were going to do some tutorial.
I was expecting more.
Can you? Okay. And again, these were recorded before I started doing post-commentary with Luigi, so if I'm standing around doing nothing, usually it's my other commentary self-talking. So I apologize for the long pauses at certain points. This will be the last time I bring that up, because I think I already brought that up in part 2.
Piggies, get the piggies.
Yay, we're pigs!
Oh, by the way, the entrance is actually in the back.
Yeah. We're pigs. They're delicious. Just don't eat their ears.
Yeah, they kind of suck. By the way, this will also be your introduction to the first side quest in the entire game.
Yep. And it's kind of forced on you,
You
too.
got you're getting ready to do it, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's not really forced, but if you just go and explore the village, you're gonna get it anyway, so you might as well just
May as well
do
just
it.
do it. You get some free money out of it. Oh wait, no, you don't get money. You get a new recipe. That's what I'm thinking. Because I think
I guess I should mention...
I think the what was his name? I forget his name. What was it? Oh my god, how can I forget his name?
Just keep talking.
The guy that taught you recipes in Symphonia.
Oh, the Wonder
Yeah,
Chef.
that's it. I'm sorry. How did I forget that name? I don't think he's in this game.
No, technically the Wonder Chef is not in this game. You do get recipes.
Yeah,
but
you have to get him the hard way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. I don't know why it took me forever to remember that.
That's alright. Yeah, so right here, you can do a little side quest to get your first cooking recipe. It doesn't take very long at all.
Oh no, I ran out of an ingredient. I probably should have done this earlier.
Since you're just standing there, you want to go 2 feet to the right and pick up what I need?
Be a generous person for once in your freaking life.
See, it's little things like that which kind of get me frustrated with Tyr. Like, sure, Luke was being kind of sarcastic with that, but he was genuinely going, yeah, I'll help, and Tyr's is like, aren't you nice?
Nah.
Like, shut the hell up, Tyr.
No, I think he was being sarcastic, period. I'm kind of imagining Tyr just pulling him by the ear, just making him do it.
Yeah, Tyr's one of those characters that... Tyr's one of those kinds of characters that I imagine doesn't know what sarcasm is.
I don't think it was sarcasm.
And not out of like the and not in the silly kind of way of like Colette just being oblivious. She's just so blunt that she doesn't know the meaning of sarcasm.
I think that's the entire joke.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, see, and leave it to Luke to say like, yeah, I gave you slight praise just for him to be a douche again. So
and that's why I'm calling him royal douchebag until seen otherwise.
It's all good. Also, I should mention, Luke is voiced by Yuri Lowenthal in this game.
Yeah, I told you that last part.
Yes, I did. Okay, my bad. Oh, that's right, because you looked it up. Okay. I gotta remember to watch my videos.
I don't want. Welcome to Star Goku's channel, where he doesn't watch his own videos. Granted, neither do I, so I can't blame him for it.
Hey, screw you.
I was saying, granted, I don't do it either, so I can't blame him.
I know. So by giving this woman miso, she teaches you how to cook spaghetti. Okay, I was expecting to learn miso, but...
We're gonna make a spaghetti, okay? Where we all is going?
Good thing I already know how to cook spaghetti. Just don't burn it.
Why don't you try to make some for your boyfriend?
Oh god, the shipping's already starting.
He's not my boyfriend!
God damn it.
Great, now I'm imagining Royal Douchebag here being like Chowder. I'm not your boyfriend! Ooh, cookies.
God damn it. And with that, we've done pretty much...
We've done pretty much everything we can do here right now.
Yeah, aside from... Yeah, so basically all we gotta do now is go... Yeah, well, I also have to talk to people. Because why not? That's just something that I do when I play RPGs. When I get to a new town, I talk to everybody. You never know what you can get from it.
You've been in this house already.
And then I came back in here because I was making sure I didn't forget anything.
You forgot to talk to the old man, I think.
Yeah, but...
I don't think he does anything else.
I don't think he...
So whatever.
No. And there's a cat.
Who cares about a cat? Although it's a save point.
Yeah, which I don't need to use at this point. Okay, now I think I'm actually going to. I'm going to where I need to go.
Personally, in my experience, I save scum whenever possible.
Well, when I'm doing a Let's Play, I tend to wait until I'm officially done with my session of recording before I save.
I can't.
Just in case something goes
wrong.
No,
I'm just saying I can't. I can't do that.
Oh. I understand. Like,
that's why.
Which is kind of why I'm leaning more towards doing post commentary instead of live. So in case something like that does happen, I can just redo the commentary and not have to re-record the entire video.
Yeah, I think it's better that way anyway.
Yeah. Oh well. A lot of people do post commentary. Anyway, apparently there's a whole bunch of thievery going on in this village.
Do I sense a new party member?
Deserters hiding out up there have started to come here looking for food.
Oh god. So there's a lot of theft and there's a lot of nearby fires.
Fire!
I think something in the universe wants this village to suffer.
Hey, it's this game's Lewin.
Would those Darkwings guys really bother to steal that?
It's just a farm town.
So was Lewin.
What do you mean?
Yeah, but Lewin was actually populated by incompetent assholes.
Well, they weren't assholes before. Apparently they got sprinkled by, unless they got sprinkled by Kamek off screen.
What?
Again, Luke, I can understand what Luke is trying to say. He just says it in the worst way possible.
He says it in the biggest douche. He says it in the biggest douchiest way possible.
Exactly, which is why he's an asshole.
Oh, I'm gonna punch him. I'm gonna punch the crap out of him. Also, I should bring up that one of the guys is the carriage person. So why is he not saying anything?
I know. It's like, really?
Huh?
Are you calling me a
Oh,
thief?
you're right. That is the carriage guy.
So he's not even saying anything. It's like, what the hell, dude? And like, dude, back me up here. You asshole.
No, this is the scumbag Tier. Fuck you, Tier. You're gonna be arrested as his accomplice.
With you saying that, I actually sided with Tier on this one.
I know. I get what she's doing. But my point is, like, Tier, you might also get arrested as his accomplice.
Don't think she cares.
That's true.
She's
Good
strong
point.
enough to bust out whenever she feels like.
Falcon kick!
That's not really a Falcon kick. That's more like a Sparta kick.
Rose, we've got trouble.
Close enough.
Hush! We've got
Hey,
an important guest from the
Look, they're
military.
reusing... no, I would say they're reusing assets, but, you know, there's only so many names you can give NPCs before they start recruiting.
Yeah, and
I love this.
Final Fantasy is guilty of that too.
Stealing food.
I just love this scene in general, how Luke's just kind of sitting there.
Look at me.
It's like,
I am not a bobblehead, a bobblehead, a bobblehead.
You, it wasn't me.
This guy must be super strong to be able to just lift Luke up like that.
Why
You
is he
shouldn't
not
be
the
able
main
to just
character?
hold a guy up by the back of his shirt like that.
Why am I not the main character of this story?
Telling you people, I'm not your damn thief. Do I look like I'm going hungry to you?
Yes.
Not really. I mean, look at that. Look at those abs.
Let's all just settle down.
That's from starvation.
Look at those
That's from
abs.
starvation.
Yes, please do.
Colonel,
Who the hell are you?
Don't
Huzzah.
make me fuck your shit up.
I'm Colonel Jade Curtin, 3rd Division.
And say hello to Luigi's favorite character.
Just in general in this entire game.
Luke.
For good reason. Jade is awesome.
There's no reason to like anybody else.
I don't know. Once you get further in and you see more of the characters, you might have a different opinion. But personally,
Well, I'm talking.
I
Well,
love
I'm talking
Jade.
about
He's
right. Well, I'm talking about
hilarious.
right now.
Enemies. Don't use your
Yeah,
knives
yeah.
casually.
of all the new characters we've met, he's by far the best
Of
right
course,
now.
he's probably gonna remain the best.
Yes. There are plenty of people here who've had family killed by your father.
Oh, like,
You don't want any unnecessary...
good thing Tyr's there to stop Luke from being stupid.
He's always been. You mean as in 24/7? It's like a 24/7 undouchery button.
He's Luke. I'm Tyr. We were headed for Castlevania,
Yeah,
but
I
we
guess.
boarded the wrong coach and...
Also, that guy has a really big forehead.
Oh,
Forehead man.
so you're
He
this
watches
man
you sleep.
suspected of being with the dog.
God damn it.
We're not with the Dark
There's
Ones.
that word again.
There's so many references to
Dark
Dark
Wings.
Wings. Making
The Mulkert
making me want to
military
go to
forced the
Buffalo
real
Wild
Dark
Wings.
to the other side of Rotelro Bridge.
Don't worry, we'll meet those guys much, much later.
I'm anticipating disappointment.
What is all this about, Colonel?
You're probably gonna meet them sooner than we are in this
Oh, I've
Let's Play.
already met them.
Bandits thought to be the Darkwings
Oh, okay.
aboard Kimlaska.
I'm just being funny.
Oh, fair
I
enough.
assure you that these two are not with them.
They would have been much, but they
Thank
would have
you,
been much
Jade.
more dumber.
Be mere food thieves either.
Phone Master Ion.
Now just look into my piercing red eyes of badassery.
I was a bit curious, so I investigated the food storehouse.
Oh, hi, Ion.
AKA male Colette.
Yeah, basically.
Don't say it's true. Don't say it's not true.
Basically. Hell, when you first saw him, you thought he was a chick.
Welcome to this game. Welcome to this game's Bridget.
I wasn't a thief.
Oh, God.
Except Bridget was being more obvious with the joke.
You need to learn not to do things that'll
See,
make
little
you
things
suspicious.
like this. She doesn't sound that. She doesn't sound that condescending.
I had to pay.
So when she talks like that, I'm okay with it.
Well, sounds
It's
like
just
that's
everything else I
It's when
hate.
she's flat out calling him out for bullshit that he doesn't fully understand yet that just irritates
Well, how-
me.
well,
Mainly
how
just
else
because
it-
it seems
Well,
unnecessary.
he's being an arrogant douche. How is she gonna teach him?
Yeah, but shouting at somebody isn't gonna make them learn any faster.
Consequences of their actions will.
Yeah, but... we'll get to... we'll see more of that later. because
Do you think you could forget
because
him,
if this
boy?
game isn't making it obvious enough, Luke's gonna
Not
be
a boy.
making a lot of stupid decisions as this game goes on.
Luke, could we
I'm
let
waiting for it.
bygones be bygones?
Yeah, whatever.
Kinda like that.
And I'm just waiting for someone to just clock him right in the head.
Business with the Colonel. I'll think of a way to stop the Shugos.
Not gonna lie, I kind of
You just
expected
go on
Tyr to
board for
slap
today.
him there the first time I played this game.
I'm waiting for one of the bystanders to just clock him right in the head.
Eh.
I'm waiting for it. Still gonna happen, I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's not gonna mean anything later.
You are destined to die. Oh, that's creepy.
You
Why is
really
Phone
have no
Master
compassion
Ion?
for him, do you?
Not when they make it blatantly obvious.
Phone Master Ion?
The supreme leader
Stop
of the
that.
Order of Lorelei.
By all accounts, that should mean that you were expecting Colette to die.
Hey, wait a minute. I heard Ion was
Well,
missing.
they didn't outright
Master
show
Van said
that.
he was returning home
That's
to
why
look for him.
I didn't assume such. We'll get to what I'm talking
Really?
about later.
That's news to me.
Yeah.
I wonder
Probably
what's
next part.
going
Now that I think
on.
about it.
He didn't look like he was being held
Probably.
captive.
Okay, so
I'll go ask
Tyr
him.
doesn't know what's going on, because apparently, according to
Stop.
Van,
They seem to be in
Ion
the
went
middle of an
missing,
important discussion.
and he's searching
Let's
for
come
him.
back
But if
tomorrow.
Ion's right here, then then shouldn't
Why
Van
do I
know
have
that
to
he's
follow
here?
your orders?
You know how word gets out, and it gets all, and the original message gets all mixed up eventually.
Yeah,
That's
they
probably-
also don't
that's probably
exactly
what's
say how far.
That's probably what happened.
They also don't exactly specify how far away Engave is from Badical.
Engage probably doesn't even register on the map.
Oh no, it does. It's just a tiny, insignificant farm town that no one would have any business going to.
Well, I'm sure some people stop by eventually if they're hungry.
Yeah. It's basically the poor man's Azalea.
Nah. I think there's another side quest you can do with the shopkeep that got after you.
Yeah, but well, you can, but I think you have to wait a little bit before you can do
Oh.
it.
Okay, never mind.
I think it's when you can officially go to the next main
Fun
dungeon.
fact: this old lady kept blocking me every time I tried to get through. I could not get through for a full minute until she eventually walked to the side.
Why didn't you just leave the screen and come back?
That took too long. I was
Really?
impatient.
Okay, that explains a lot.
Okay, that kid's still doing his homework. Good.
Okay, at this point, I think I was just exploring the last little bits of the town before going off to the next main dungeon.
It's RPGs like this that kind of make me wish you can just face through NPCs.
Yeah, I know.
Cause I got irritated with
There are
that.
certain times in other games where you can do that.
I got irritated with that in the old Final Fantasy games. And I think they still do it too.
Which one?
Literally all of them, because that's what happens. I think
Oh, right, yeah, because they keep getting in your way.
I think the 3D Final Fantasies all do that.
It's even more annoying when the game gives you a run button, which ends up speeding up all the NPCs as well as yourself, so they still run into you regardless.
It's like the game doesn't want you to go anywhere.
Pretty much.
It's like, no, I don't want you to advance plot until I say so.
Okay. Now I think... Oh, right. And to progress plot, you have to actually stay at the inn. I kind of forgot about that.
A boy, pretty short, kind of out of it.
Why were you saying that I'd find this character
I was away
annoying?
from the inn for a little while.
Honestly, that Ion, where did he
Eh.
run off to?
I just figured with her kind of personality, she might get on your nerves.
Not really.
If you're looking for Ion, he was over at Rose's place.
Really? Thank you.
Maybe not now.
Hey, wait a second. What's the phone master doing
She
here?
kind
I heard he was
I would
missing.
say she reminds me of Elise, but no.
Huh? Are there rumors
With her
about that
look
going
style,
around?
with her
Ion.
look, I kind of expect her to be Persea, but thankfully that's not the
She didn't
case.
answer my question.
Oh god, no. She's much better than
Yes,
Persea.
she looks like a
Also, there's
phone
another
master
difference
guardian,
with
so I
the
assume Ion's
3DS version.
family
It actually
is officially
shows her going out the
recognized by
door
Order of
instead of just fading out of existence.
A phone master guardian?
Yeah.
Well, I should say it
They're
shows her
Ion's
pop
personal
instead of
guard, a
showing her
special
popping
force
out of
within the
existence. She
Oracle
actually runs
Knights.
off screen.
They accompany him on all official
Yeah.
business.
Again, I expect the 3DS version to
That
be
chick
better.
is
The
one of
3DS is
Master Van's
stronger
soldiers,
than a
huh?
PS2.
Well, I expect it to be a straight up port, but there is some.
Ion
They
being missing?
actually
I'm gonna
went
be
in
so
and
mad if that was
fixed
just a
some stuff.
mistake.
To my surprise.
So apparently that girl works for Master Van.
Also, there's this random guy with a spear next to you. He just
I
kinda
know,
faded
right? What the
into
hell?
existence.
Also, the game probably could have spaced that save point out a little more. It kind of covers up the text.
I think they actually made it shorter in the 3DS version.
Yeah.
Also, that
I mean, it's
also
not that bad. You can still read it.
also,
it's just
I
kind
know
of
for a
frustrating.
fact they moved that guy to the top right instead of there.
Ah.
Which is kind of weird. You think with that much
That
much
might have
kind
to
of an
do
edit,
with-
they would actually move the subtitles to this bomb screen.
It might have to do with the screen size in general.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Yeah. Do they have the text on the bottom on the touch screen and the?
That's what I was expecting them to do,
screen?
but no, they have the subtitles on the same screen.
Ah.
And it's actually kind of really hard to read the text sometimes because of it.
I know exactly how you feel.
Anyways, let's go ahead and save. Go ahead and save here because there's not really much else you can do at this point.
Yeah. So with that, this part's over. The next video we have to clear our name and figure out who exactly is the one stealing all the food.
You mean you have to clear douchebag's name here?
Pretty much.
Because they know Tyr's innocent, they just don't care about royal douchebag.
Well, they already know that Luke's not the one that stole it. We just have to get proof of who actually did it.
I know you don't think I'm guilty, but here's proof anyway, because you didn't ask for it.
Basically.
We still hate you. Oh.
God damn it.
We're terrible people. Get used to it.
Nah, that's just Muiji's sense of humor. See you guys in the next part.
I am funny. Look at me.